Hello everyone, welcome back to Nerdrenaline. Today we're going to take a look at the Best Buy exclusive, the Skywalker Saga Collector's Edition. And this is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray 27 disc set of the Star Wars episodes 1 through 9. All 9 episodes in one complete set for the first time. And 27 discs, 9 of them are Ultra HD versions. The other 9 are standard Blu-ray editions. And the last 9 are the bonus discs for all 9 movies. Now you may be wondering, what is the cover? Well, that's what we're going to show you today. Porgy and I, he's really happy for episode 9, look at that. And the new DVD just came out. And we have also the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook version of The Rise of Skywalker, which we will show you. And as you see, I have a collection of all the Steelbook exclusives that came out for Star Wars from episode 1 through 9, and also Solo and Rogue One. And we'll take a look at all of them. And you'll also see an additional one. This is the 3D special edition that was made for The Force Awakens only. And we'll probably include that just so you can check it out. But today, we're basically going to go through The Rise of Skywalker and this nice Skywalker Saga set. And let's go ahead and open it up and show you what we got. All right, let's take off this. So this set actually comes with some pretty cool stuff. First of all, this is the case. So let's go ahead and move some of this stuff over. All right, as you can see, here is the collectible case that they gave us. It's the Death Star right here, as you can tell. And this is pretty good way to go with a Skywalker Saga edition because the Death Star appears in all 3 trilogies. Okay, let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, let me just show you this. Doesn't this look nice? All right, now let's take this out and show you the rest. So all 27 discs are housed in this collectible book. And in the front, you see the title, Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Let me go spin it around a little so you can see the rest. Okay. Let's go ahead and close this up. All right, so let's go through the book here real quick. The way they did it here is that they show you, of course, the famous intro of the whole movie. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Cue the music, Star Wars, of course. All right, so let me show you the other things that it came with. Here are the digital codes for all 9 movies, and it also includes the bonus contents. And here is a letter from Luke Skywalker, or Mark Hamill, basically. And I'll give you a close-up look right now. Alright, so let's take a look now at what we have here. So here's the artwork. Here's episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Concept art is of the Naboo starfighter from Theed, and these are basically the, not precursors to the X-Wings, but kind of the idea, because these are the prequels. So they don't have X-Wings, of course, in this one, but the Naboo starfighter basically takes the place of that when it goes in space and attacks the droids and their droid command center ships. All right. Now, I'm sure you guys want to know what the disc looks like because this is the first time they have released them in Ultra 4K edition. So, first one is, of course, The Phantom Menace, and I'm going to give you a closer look. And it has Qui-Gon, Jinn, and Obi-Wan Kenobi on the front there. Now, let's take a look at the regular edition. Regular edition is, of course, is the Battle of Theed at the palace, basically. The Theed Palace, where Darth Maul fought against the two Jedis by himself. But let's go on to the next one. Here is episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. And they have some more art, and this is a concept art of the clone army on the planet Geonosis. Okay? And this is where the final battle takes place between the clone army and the Droid Republic. Okay, here is the Ultra HD version, which has Yoda from his battle against Count Dooku near the end of the movie. The next disc, which is the standard Blu-ray, has just a picture of the clone army waiting to be deployed. Now I'm going to assume that this picture is probably near the end because it looks very close to the end when they show all the ships getting ready to be sent out and all the troops is waiting to hop on and get deployed where they need to go. All right, episode 3, which is The Revenge of the Sith. This is basically the art of the final battle between Anakin Skywalker when he's turned to the dark side as Darth Vader, and him against his master, his mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And this takes place on the planet Mustafar. Let's take a look here, and for the Ultra HD, it's a nice cover of Anakin Skywalker after he has turned to the dark side and he's Darth Vader. Here he is getting rid of all of the members of the droid army, or the droid republic, and the last person that he kills off is Wat Tambor, who is also on the picture here in the back. Alright, standard edition shows it's pretty much the last meeting between Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker before he turned. This is where Obi-Wan goes on a mission and they tell each other, may the Force be with them, a little before that. So I'm pretty sure this is where they have a long talk with each other before their faithful battle against each other. Alright, so on to episode 4, which is better known to us as Star Wars, but it's episode 4, A New Hope. So here we go. On this one, there's this concept art of when Han Solo takes Luke, Obi-Wan, C-3PO, and R2-D2 to the hangar to go check out the Millennium Falcon. And this is what they see. Luke, of course, thinks it looks like a piece of trash. For the Ultra 4K, it is the final duel between Anakin Skywalker, who is now Darth Vader, versus Obi-Wan Kenobi, where Obi-Wan Kenobi sacrifices himself so that Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewie and the droids can escape the Death Star. Standard edition gives you a picture of Leia downloading the schematics to the Death Star, which they stole during the movie Rogue One, right into R2-D2. This is what's her famous line, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." Alright, on to episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Here is a concept art of Cloud City Bespin. Looks really cool. It was one of my favorite cities in that movie. Just the idea of living in the clouds, that was pretty cool. Alright, so let's take a look and see what is on our Ultra 4K. Ultra 4K has a picture of the AT-ATs storming Hoth on the Battle Hoth. So this is where they're trying to capture the rebels, and basically they found their secret base on Hoth, and Darth Vader really wants to find Luke Skywalker. Alright, standard edition has basically the end of The Empire Strikes Back, where Luke and Leia and the droids are looking out into space as Lando and Chewbacca preps the Millennium Falcon to fly out to Tatooine to save Han Solo, who's been frozen in carbonite by Darth Vader and taken onto Slave One by Boba Fett to be returned to Jabba the Hutt at Tatooine. This is all set up for the next movie, which is Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi. One of my favorite Star Wars movies as a kid. And this is the beginning of the movie where Darth Vader arrives on Death Star 2 during the construction in the Shuttle Tidarium, which is right here, with one of my favorite ships in Star Wars universe. And he's here to check on the progress of it and to make sure that these guys are doing their job and to let them know that the Emperor is showing up and he is very displeased with their progress. 4K Ultra HD version has Han Solo. He is being prepped by the Ewoks as the meal in honor of C-3PO, who they think, with Ewoks basically think is a god. Yup. Alright. Standard edition gets you a nice picture of R2-D2 and C-3PO reporting for duty to Tatooine at Jabba's palace. They're there as part of Luke's plan to rescue Han Solo by offering their services to him. Alright, on to the sequel trilogies. Here we are in The Force Awakens Episode 7. And this is concept art of the Millennium Falcon when it gets unveiled, as Finn and Rey are running for their lives away from the stormtroopers of the First Order. And of course, Rey considers the Millennium Falcon as garbage. Alright, let's take a look here. Now, here is on the 4K edition, the Ultra HD cover has BB-8. It looks like he is on the planet Tagadano, where they are trying to escape the First Order. And that's when Rey gets captured by Kylo Ren. On the standard edition, it has a picture of the X-Wings when they fly into Tagadano to provide some backup and to help the Resistance. Alright, on to Episode 8, The Last Jedi. And this is concept art of when Luke Skywalker meditates as he has given his life up to project himself across the universe to basically provide a distraction for Kylo Ren so that the Resistance can run away. And here, he uses his force powers and he basically dies from it. And he's meditating and looking at the sunset. An allusion to, of course, the first movie in Star Wars when he is also looking at the binary sunset. Okay, for the 4K Ultra HD, it has Rey when she is on Ahch-To, training to be a Jedi under Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. The standard edition has Kylo Ren overlooking the First Order hangar right before he gets a force connection with Rey. Now we're going all the way down to Episode 9, the final chapter, The Rise of Skywalker. And this is concept art of Rey versus Kylo Ren in their final battle. What's interesting is that in the final battle, he actually doesn't wear his helmet, but it does provide a very cool concept art here. And you'll see this concept art actually again when we review the Best Buy Steelbook edition. Okay, so for the 4K, the art is of Kylo Ren during that final battle, where he's walking through the remnants of the sunken Death Star 2 as water and waves of just the ocean hits him. Okay, next, the standard edition has Rey. She's on the planet Prasanna, where she's awaiting Kylo Ren. She senses him coming after them while they're there looking for a ship. So what do you guys think so far, huh? It's pretty cool. I love it. All right, so we're going to go over to the bonus stuff now. The bonus stuff is pretty cool because they came up with the production shots here. Here is one production shot of Episode 1, where they basically built the Coliseum for the pod racing scene, the Bunta Eve pod racing. So that's pretty cool. I actually did not know about this, that they built that entire thing. So let's take a look here. Now, the second one is, of course, from Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. And it is Anthony Daniels and R2 here. And here it looks like they are just getting him prepared for the scene as he's getting dressed. Okay, let's take a look at the disc. The Phantom Menace, Episode 1. Okay, and it's a production shot of the Naboo starfighter getting prepped for filming. Looks like it's in the hangar. Alright, next. Standard edition is for the Attack of the Clones, is basically of the final scene at the Coliseum. This creature is what they're actually painting right now, and this creature was in the Coliseum during the final battle when they were about to execute Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala. Okay, on to the next episode, Episode 3. So in Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, here is production shot of Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan going to save Chancellor Palpatine from General Grievous' ships, and they're about to fight the Magna Guards. And the Magna Guards are the two guys below here who aren't dressed, but they're actually dressed in a blue suit so that they can be CGI'd in later. All right. And this shot, this is, Episode 4, Star Wars, or A New Hope. And this is basically them filming for the shot when the guys enter, or they're about to enter Mos Eisley, and Obi-Wan tells them to be prepared for scum and villainy there. Alright, so the bonus disc for Revenge of the Sith is basically a picture, a production shot of the Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter. And you know it's his because it has R2-D2 there as his droid. His astromech. Alright, on to the next one. So here is bonus for A New Hope, Star Wars, Episode 4. And this is the scene where, well, it looks like George Lucas is kind of prepping the shot, but it's at the hut of Obi-Wan Kenobi when Obi-Wan passes the lightsaber to Luke Skywalker and tells him that his father left that for him. Okay, Episode 5, which should be The Empire Strikes Back. Here you go. And this is a production shot of the AT-ATs. And what I like about it is just the fact that they built these things, and animatronics as what they used back in the days, and this looks like just some really cool toys to have. And this is from the beginning of the movie at the Battle of Hoth. Okay, so in Episode 6, on the next production shot, is basically of George Lucas taking a look at the model for the Death Star 2. That thing is huge. I wonder if my Lego Death Star would be as big as this model. Bonus disc for Empire Strikes Back has a production shot of them painting and getting the land ready and getting the props ready for the Battle of Hoth. In Episode 6, here is a production shot of someone who's painting the background for the Palace of Jabba. This is in the beginning of the movie at Tatooine. All right, so here we are. We're going to Episode 7, one of my favorite Star Wars movies, The Force Awakens. Here's a production shot of J.J. Abrams with Daisy Ridley as they're preparing for an early shot at Jakku, and this I can tell because I see the AT-AT, and this is of course where she lives, on Jakku. And what I like about this scene is just that it explains the aftermath of the final battle on Jakku, where the Empire pretty much finally quit, or they got basically taken apart. Alright, so for this production shot is Episode 8, The Last Jedi. And from the looks of it, it's at the end of the movie where Chewbacca and Rey flies in with the Millennium Falcon and helps the Resistance with them trying to escape. And I can tell because Rey has her Jedi training robe on. Alright, so let's take a look at the disc here for The Force Awakens. The bonus disc has a picture of J.J. Abrams and Harrison Ford talking over a scene. It looks like they are on board the Millennium Falcon. Here we go. Here is the bonus disc for The Last Jedi. It's a production shot of Ryan Johnson talking to Anthony Daniels, aka C-3PO, about the scene. Alright, down to the last one. Final chapter is Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Here's a production shot of J.J. Abrams speaking with Kylo Ren, or Adam Driver here, about the scene on the Death Star in the Emperor's throne room. And this is where Rey and Kylo Ren meet for the last time because they're there to find the last Wayfinder. And on the last production shot is basically of John Boyega and Oscar Isaac, basically Finn and Poe, having a friendly chat during a break in filming. If you look at it, the ship that they're in is basically the ship that Rey was screaming at during Episode 7 when it flies away, leaving her on the planet Jakku as a little kid. All right. And with that, this is the end. And at the back of the book, it basically says Lucasfilm Limited. All right, so take a look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, go get it at Best Buy. I read that this is very limited, so if you want one, get one. It's $250, but I have to say that if you're a big Star Wars fan, you're a huge Star Wars fan like me, you will love this. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move on and talk about the Steelbook exclusive from Best Buy. All right, so here we go. Here is the Steelbook exclusive. Looks pretty nice. What I like about it is when you open it up, check this out. I love this art. Like I said, you would see this art again, and this is one of my favorite scenes. Even though he doesn't have his helmet, but it looks really cool. And also on the inside, let me show you. As you can see, the disc, the covers are the same as this set, and it's pretty much the same for all Blu-ray sets. So there's nothing special about this, but except for the case, which is pretty amazing. And the fact that I own every Steelbook case for all of the movies, is pretty cool to have this as a whole collection here. Now, this is not my copy. I'm still waiting my version. I got the UK version, the UK exclusive, which is this, and it comes with a really cool case that it comes with Kylo Ren on the design package. So when I get that in a few weeks, I'll go ahead and show you guys. All right, so before I go through all the Steelbooks I have, just a quick mention of the 3D. This is the collector's edition 4-disc set, the 3D version. I don't know that they ever came out with this for The Last Jedi. I don't know if they'll come out with one for The Rise of Skywalker, but this set was pretty cool. I love the lenticular cover that they added here. And what's in it is basically a lot of bonus stuff in there. And I would say that I've seen them all. It's pretty cool. I've not used the 3D because I don't have a 3D TV, but it is one of my favorite Star Wars movies, so I like to keep this in my collection. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go through all 11 Steelbooks I have. All right, guys, as I said, I would go ahead and show you all of the Steelbook cases that I have, starting with Episode 1 all the way through, including Solo and Rogue One. So here is Episode 1. Has one of my favorite characters, Darth Maul. On the back side, it has basically the poster for Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Okay, here's Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. And here's the poster art for it. And the cover of this case is Yoda. For Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, here's the poster art on the back. Here is General Grievous. He's on the cover. Don't they look pretty cool? I like the design of the fact that they use the characters for, well, at least their face. They're pretty big profile shot of them. Alright, so that's for the prequels. Okay, next is Solo. Here's the back, and it's of the crew from the movie, all standing by the Millennium Falcon. And this is, of course, Lando Calrissian's version, so it looks a little different if you've seen the movie. And this is the front cover. Alright, so here's the steel case for Rogue One. In the front, it's basically the Death Troopers, and on the back, it's the regular Stormtroopers. And I love this art because it's basically of them on Scarif, the nice beach-looking planet. So they look pretty cool. They're very different than these with the headshots. It's too bad that they didn't keep that going with it. I would have liked that. All right, now we're on to the original trilogy. And here's Star Wars: A New Hope, Episode 4. Here's the back. Okay, the original poster for it. And it has Darth Vader on the cover. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And here you can see the poster for it on the back here, as usual. And on the front, it is the Stormtrooper. Here's Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi. The Emperor is on the front, and here is the poster that they had for it. So they're pretty neat. I love it. You know, and this is one of the things that I was kind of disappointed that they didn't keep the trend up for the sequel trilogies with the profile shots of one of the major characters. Here is Episode 7, The Force Awakens. It has Kylo Ren on the front and has Captain Phasma on the back. Episode 8, which I really like the design of this, even though it didn't have the character profiles that they had before. This one was the last one that kept kind of the idea. This is Episode 8, and what I liked about this one was that it was basically the theater, a promotion advertisement that they had up in the lobby, and they basically put that on the front and the back. So if you remember how the advertisement was at the theaters, it was basically both sides to basically explain of course, the light side and the dark side, to portray Luke Skywalker as being on both sides and trying to figure out which one is he. So I thought this was pretty cool. And of course, you've already seen this one, the final chapter, Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So here are the 3 for the sequel trilogies. So guys, what do you guys think of this? I hope you guys enjoyed the review and take a look at this. You know, if you guys like some of the stuff that you saw, you know, try to get them while you still can. But until then, like, subscribe, follow our channel, and may the force be with you.